Now, we may be halfway through the season in Europe, but we're coming towards the end of 2025. So we're going to be giving our team of the year so far. We're halfway through in Europe. So, Geoff, why don't you get us started with the best goalkeeper this season so far? Who would you put in there?
For my money, Hannah, David Raya. You've only got to look at Arsenal, lowest number of goals conceded in the Premier League, only 11. And I think he's been a big part of that. And also you have moments in a successful season, you look back and you think, yeah, that was a big turning point. You think the save he made late on against Brighton at the weekend, fingertip save, absolutely magnificent, full reach, and you never know until the conclusion of where it might be. He has the occasional blooper, but when you play the ball with your feet as much as he does, he makes good decisions on coming for crosses, he commands his box, and also his distribution is excellent as well. I think he's gotten better. I think he's kicked on from where he was last season.
Do we think he's the best in the world at the moment, Lahoud?
As long as Thibaut Courtois is alive? No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's in the conversation.
I think...
Sorry, as long as he's alive. Is he ill or something?
No, I'm just saying that he's still the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose between a goalkeeper, I would choose Thibaut Courtois. I think he's an incredible goalkeeper. Yeah. So much so that the narrative in Spain is he a better goalkeeper than Iker Casillas for Real Madrid, like a more historic goalkeeper? So, putting that to one side, I think David Raya has qualities in a championship-winning goalkeeper. You can't win the Premier League with a mid-goalkeeper. You need a goalkeeper that's going to win you games, that's going to win you points. And perfect example is that save that you mentioned, Geoff, against Brighton. He will do something magical. So I rate him highly.
OK, then. Right, Lahoud, what do you think about our back four? Who would you put in there?
Well, look, we start with the right back, but I'm going to start with the left back in Nuno Mendes. There's no better left full back in world football right now, and I'll fight anyone on this set or off this set who thinks so. Dayot Upamecano was my pick because Bayern Munich from last season to this season have gone up another level, and Upamecano has gone up another level. Most people will say because of the influence of Jonathan Tah, yes, but it's because of the influence of his manager, Vincent Kompany, who was a damn good center back in his day. And my verdict on Upamecano was always he was good for one bad mistake in a match. You don't see that from him at all this season. And as long as he continues to be consistent, he will continue to be in my team.
Yeah, that's fair. And why? I mean, I think you had to choose between Gabriel and Saliba. You choose Gabriel, but just because of Gabriel's injury for the last month or so, Saliba has kind of stepped up.
It's a funny one, and also as well, I think I tend to go with pairings. You look at what Gabriel is like without Saliba, and vice versa. So I think he merits his place. I absolutely think he merits his place. But if you were picking, it's the pairing that is better than the individual, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, you probably go with him slightly ahead of Saliba.
So you and I both had the same right fullback. Jurrien Timber. I'm curious as to why you went Timber.
Well, not big shoes to fill, but Ben White had an excellent relationship with Bukayo Saka ahead of him. And when he came in, it was thought he's more defensive-minded and he wouldn't have the same overlap. He wouldn't have the same relationship with Bukayo Saka ahead of him. If anything, it's even stronger because he has that overlap. He's got assists this season. I think he's got 3 goals in all comps. And he also, defensively, he's more solid. And you know what else I like about him? He's a nasty little so-and-so. He's more than happy to get down and get dirty. He'll put his foot in. He's got a steel about him as well. So, yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
who would you argue against?
Hakimi.
Yeah. I think did you not put him in because he's injured?
Well, again, it's one of those cases. It's like Gabriel was injured probably just as long as Hakimi, who just came back yesterday. Yeah. Hakimi is the best right back. Hakimi is the best fullback in the world. Period. No discussion.
No discussion?
No discussion. Who's a better fullback?
There's no discussion.
Yeah, okay.
Right, move on to midfield. What do we think of the 3 players we put in midfield? A bit of controversy here. We've got Harry Kane.
Kane is an attacking midfielder. He's a 10.
Why
he's giving ilks of Juan Roman Riquelme.
He is.
Why have we put him in there then?
Just so we can squeeze him in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, that and Harry Kane, we covered their Klassiker, and we saw him play in that position. We saw him play as a deep-lying playmaker. We saw him play as a box-to-box midfielder.
One of 3 games in which he played behind Nico Jackson on a app lineup.
Harry Kane can't play that position, but for the purposes of our team, he's got to be in the team. He's got to be in the team, Nico.
So I didn't consider him in that position when I put him in my team.
Did you put him in your team?
I didn't put him in my team because I didn't consider him in that position, and I thought there was one striker that I had to pick over him. We'll get to who I picked, but listen, I don't want to take anything away from Harry Kane, right? Since he arrived at Bayern, nobody has mourned the loss of Lewandowski at Bayern Munich. Not a single soul. And that is credit to him stepping up and filling big shoes. Talking about big shoes to fill, those were massive, legendary-sized shoes to fill. He is simply extraordinary. And I think we do think of Harry Kane as a playmaker because he's able to drop deep, start build-up, and he's also able to play in tandem with another striker, like a Nico Jackson.
Is he better than Lewandowski?
I think he's a more complete all-around player than I thought I was comparing it to Haaland. Then Haaland, yes, I think he's a better all-around player than Haaland.
I'll answer that, yes. He's a better footballer than Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski is a better goal scorer than Harry Kane.
Ooh, that's also.
He's in terms of pure goal scoring. Robert Lewandowski's an animal. He's an absolute
but this
animal
guy is too, bro.
But he's all-around game. Harry Kane all day. He can pass. He can shoot. He can play the final. He can do everything.
How do their numbers compare, Lewandowski?
I don't know. I think they're right there.
Well, talking about scoring goals, why don't we take a look at our forwards that we've chosen? What do we all think of these Mbappé, Haaland, Pulisic? Pulisic, is that was your choice?
I didn't put Pulisic in my 11. So I had Pedri at the 10, and then I had to choose between Haaland and Kane, and I ended up choosing Haaland in my team, which in theory, how much has Mbappé been playing out on the left wing? Not that much. So if I had to choose between Kane, Haaland, and Mbappé, who would I go with? I ended up choosing Haaland. I ended up squeezing Luis Diaz into the left wing position. And then on the right wing position, I actually chose Mason Greenwood, who is lighting up Liga, like crazy numbers, crazy performances.
I think you've been too literal. I picked 3 number 9s. I picked Haaland, Kane, and Mbappé, and they all play as 9s.
I see.
So,
but you asked a really interesting question though. If you had to pick one.
Right. If you had to
pick one.
If you had to pick one for your team, like let's just say Pedri was here, right? Because Pedri is feels more natural fit to this position. Yeah. And then you had to choose one between Kane.
Choose one number 9. Who are you choosing and why?
In a team like this, I would choose Haaland because I don't need Kane to drop deep and start to build up. Collectively, Kane is going to give me something that Haaland
So you're saying that's
play.
a weakness in his game, that he drops deep?
No, in this team full of superstars. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Not for the team. I'm saying that I don't need. If I had Pedri in there, I wouldn't need Kane to drop deep as much because I know that
if his goal scoring is as good as his and he has an extra ability and brings more to the team, why don't you need that?
Yeah, I agree, but not in a team that has the 11 best players of the season. But listen, like I just said, I think Kane's a better all-around goal scorer, but there's something about Haaland.
So you're going Erling Haaland.
There's something about Haaland that I can't shy away from.
You've got Haaland. Jeff, who would you pick?
Well, I picked all 3 of them. if I'm having to pick just for the 9, I agree with Nico. There's an aura about. Look, if we're going just 9, he's not really a 9, although he's doing well at 9. So let's leave Mbappé out there.
That's fair.
So it's a straight fight between these two. Hard.
Come on.
Here's the fence.
I think right now, I'm going to go Haaland. Oof.
There's something about
he's got an
him.
aura. He's got an invincibility about him.
Voracious.
Yeah.
What about the kind of elephant maybe in the room, Pulisic, Lahoud? I think that was your pick. You have him over Yamal, Elise, even Nico mentioned Greenwood. You've got him over those 3 players.
Elise is a big one.
Yeah, look, Christian Pulisic's having a dream season. For Milan, he's having a dream season personally. He could go to new heights in terms of personal records. These players are better players than Christian Pulisic, but in terms of impact, I'm going impact on a league, impact on a team. Right now, it's hard for me to leave Christian off this team.
You think Olise has had a less impact on Bayern than...
Yes. Christian
carries more weight.
He leads Serie on goals. He leads Serie on goals. Where would Milan be without his goals? Where would Bayern be without Michael Olise's assists? They still get goals. Lucho Diaz, he has a big impact. I'm going about just impact, right? That's where I put my team. That's why I had to get Christian in there. But I could see the pushback in it. But Christian's very much in the conversation for most influential, or one of the most influential players in world football to his team and to his league right now.
I think he carries more weight than a lot of those guys. But, like, for example, does he carry more weight to Milan than Lamine Yamal does for Barcelona?
Or Michael Olise for Bayern Munich?
Yeah. Pedri carries more weight for Barcelona. Rafinha carries more weight for Barcelona than Lamine Yamal. We've seen the impact of that recently.
Yeah, but I think...
Michael Olise, Harry Kane, and Lucho carry more weight. We've seen the impact of that when they played against Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't know about Lamine Yamal. I think you take out Lamine Yamal. I mean, for this season, for 2025, 26, yes. But, for example, Pulisic wasn't on mine because I did work Luis Diaz into that lineup. I think Luis Diaz has been more essential to Bayern than Pulisic has.
He's leading
goal
scorer in Serie A, is he not?
Yeah. Yeah. But we didn't have the leading goal scorer of Liga. We didn't have the
Liga.
Mbappé. Yeah, but it's Mason Greenwood. He's been...
Yeah, but look at the quality.
We didn't expect him to be. If it was a PSG player, it'd be like, okay.
Look at the quality of the opposition. I think he's doing it in a tougher league.
All right, well, that's up for debate, everyone. Or if you are watching on YouTube, you can comment maybe some players we could have missed out on. Vitinha, Morgan Rogers, there's a whole list of them, but you can only fit 11 in, of course.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.